All right. Hello and welcome everyone to the first free-to-playthrough breakdown. These are going to be videos that I'm going to be trying to do every single week to try and catch people up on kind of where I am in the free-to-playthrough, and also put out some insight into the choices I made, why I made them, and when I'm hitting certain milestones that I'm kind of setting for myself. And this being the first free-to-playthrough stream breakdown, we hit a lot of milestones. It's about a 9-hour stream, and we got a lot done, so there's going to be a bit to talk about here. If you guys want me to continue to do these videos for the free-to-playthrough, please let me know, as they may be totally useless if everybody's just going to watch the stream archive, which will be up a little bit later in the day. But yeah, anyway, let's first start talking about some of the basic decisions that I made. I started as Volt. I picked the Mark 1 Breton, the Mark 1 Kunai, and the Mark 1 Bow, and we're going to kind of go over these choices and why I made them. First and foremost is Volt. The reason that I chose Volt is because he is the hardest of the 3 starter Warframes to acquire, and I think that is flawed reasoning on my part, and it is the thing I am the least happy with starting off on the game. Volt has proven himself to, if you want to progress quickly, be incredibly weak for the early game in Warframe. Really, really weak. I thought he would be totally fine because I'm going to be transferring into Rhino very soon, and like my time spent in my initial Warframe won't matter that much. Boy, was that a bad assumption to make. I definitely should have chosen Excal, because the thing about Volt is that he doesn't really patch up your early game damage, because all of your early game damage is going to pretty much be coming from your melee weapon, because it's the only thing that scales and that you can really use for damage in like a good way, because your guns just suck. Like no matter what starter guns you pick, they just suck. Like after you get past Mercury, the moment you get to Mars, your guns just stop working. Like you don't use them for anything. You like have to use them on Let Krill there, but like they're just not going to be of enough level, and you're not going to have enough endo or credits to put into the mods to make these good. And your melee weapon is going to be your main source of damage, and because of that, having Excal to use his 2 to give you an even bigger buff on your melee damage is just so important for progressing quickly, and also Excal's 2 is just an incredible ability for crowd control, and it's just more useful in general than kind of anything Volt can provide. And that's a bit unfortunate. So I think that's the number one mistake I've made on the free-to-play through so far, is just assuming that Volt would be good enough to like very easily and conveniently get me through these early parts. Because he just really isn't. And that's a bit unfortunate. Otherwise, though, like all these weapons have done pretty much exactly what I anticipated they would. Mark 1 Bow is like the bee's knees early game. I know that sounds crazy to people that have played for a long time, but this weapon is actually really good early game. And I'm glad I did not choose the Skana. The Mark 1 Kunai, these are fine, but they're serviceable. They're mostly here for MR. That's going to be the case for most secondary weapons early on in the game. And then the Mark 1 Bratton, it's good. Like, I think the Paris or the Mark 1 Bratton, both really good choices. Like, it doesn't really matter which one you choose. It's totally up to taste. I prefer the Bratton personally, though. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to things that I have accomplished, and that will be seeing play very soon here. First and foremost, we built the Odinata. We're doing the Arcwing quest right now. We got all the way up to Ceres. We have to do the Arcwing quest to get past Ceres, so this is building. We built Taxon. Holy shit. I hate not having Vacuum. Once we get Taxon, we'll have Vacuum in short order. Also, Taxon represents 9,000 mastery, which is going to be very helpful. And then, of course, we built Rhino. This is always going to be the day one goal, is build Rhino. Because Rhino, for a new player, might as well be God himself. Like, that's the leap that you make. That's just how good Rhino is on his base merits. He can just handle problems. He's amazing. I also built the Cronus, just so that I can level it for Mastery, because Mastery is going to be a thing I need to progress through fairly quickly. And speaking of that, we got enough Mastery to get up to Mastery Rank 2, so we're going to be doing a rank up test real quick. And of course, we did our first rank up test on the stream. This is unfortunately still 24-hour locked. Even if you pass the mastery rank test, this was changed a long time ago, so I don't blame people for not knowing. Even if you pass the mastery test, you still cannot rank up again for 24 hours. I do not know why this was changed, and you really should be able to progress through your first 3 mastery ranks on day 1, but you can't, because it's just arbitrarily locked behind 24 hours. It sucks. It's like one of the bad things about starting up, for sure. But yeah, let's grab this real quick. This should be really easy. Shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. I think this is the secondary weapon test is a Master Rank 2, and then Master Rank 3 is melee weapons, if I'm right. Yeah. So I throw kunai at guys. Amazing. Yeah, these first 3 Master Rank tests are all super, super easy. Like, not a problem at all. Like, they're not supposed to be a problem, though. Like, these aren't supposed to be, like, real challenges or anything like that. Like, you just kill all the enemies, and then that's just fine. But yeah, like, the kunai do this just fine, and as long as they do this just fine, like, nothing else really matters for them to do. Where's the last guy? There he is. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay, boom. Okay, cool. Now we're Master Rank 2. Master Rank 2 is important because it allows us to trade now, and trading for platinum and, like, making money and getting items that are going to allow us to make the platinums is going to be very important. So Master Rank 2 is a pretty big milestone, especially if you can get to farming corrupted mods really early. And now we get to talk about farming corrupted mods. We have not done any on this account yet, because we're not quite there yet. But I want to talk about some specific things with corrupted mods and the things that is connected to, which is joining a clan. So we joined a clan on day 1, joined Freezerflare, who is usually live on stream. He was on the free-to-play-through stream, hanging out and talking. And yeah, so we joined his clan. That's great. He has everything done. That's going to be the experience of most players, I think, where probably your friend gets you into the game, and it's like, oh, I have a clan. Yeah, just join me. We have everything done. That's, I think, usually going to be the new player experience for anyone coming into Warframe, so that is what I have done. And it's very, very important to join a clan for a variety of reasons, and a lot of the reasons are just things that are annoying and that will suck if you don't join a clan. Because this is really just a glorified, like, shop, essentially, for you to get other items that you're going to need. But there's a few things that you really badly need. And the first one is in the Aroken lab. So, this lab is defunct, and it is from broken content that is forever gone, which is dark sectors that will likely never come back. However, for some godforsaken reason, DE has decided that this is where the dragon keys go. Why was that decision made at some point? Because these used to be in the market. I have no idea. I would love to know why these were moved here. I don't even need them moved back. I just really need to know the reason why these were moved here. Because it's awful that these are here. This is the only reason for this lab to exist. And these are, like, probably the most important items for unlocking content in the entire game, because without these, it pretty much shoots the power level of the game down to, like, almost nothing as compared to where you guys are probably used to it being, which is sky high. So these are incredibly important. You need one of each of these. They're infinite blueprints. You can use them unlimited numbers of times. So you come in here, you spend 2,000 credits, boom, you can build all of them. And we're going to be farming a lot of the Dragon Vaults, probably on maybe stream 3-ish. That's probably going to be a huge dragon key farm, so we can get all of the stuff out of there. Day 2 is going to be mostly unlocking a lot more things, probably. But these are hugely, hugely, hugely important. Everybody, make sure you get that stuff. So definitely join a clan. The other thing is a massive annoyance that I had actually blanked out of my mind, which is that there is an Arcwing launcher segment that you have to build, and this is the thing that makes open world content, like, bearable for a person who doesn't have, like, a mobility Warframe. And this is locked behind 1,200 Oxium and 100,000 credits. The Grok Drool and the Iridite, those are really easy to get, so they basically don't matter. But the 100,000 credits and 1,200 Oxium is kind of a lot for this thing that makes the game better. Also, it's locked to MR5. Like, that sucks. Like, that actively sucks. It's not great that this is locked so far in, and then you also have to build the launcher itself, just so that you can have a reasonable amount of mobility in the open world. So, all new players are pretty much just going to have anyone else that joins them for bounties rocketing past them and doing all of the objectives before they can even get to them, because new players literally cannot acquire this for an absolute minimum of 5 days, and that sucks. And like 100,000 credits and 1,200 Oxium, I think it goes without being said, that's no joke for a new player. That's quite a bit. Credits are really scarce early on, and so is Oxium. But yeah, that's really unfortunate, but you absolutely have to have a clan for that as well. But yeah, other than that stuff, there hasn't been a whole lot of problematic things. But yeah, the stream was a really good time overall, except for the part where we talked about K-drives. Because I have, like, K-drive PTSD, because they're awful. I might make an entire video about just how awful K-drives are, just so I can get it out of my system. But yeah, otherwise, really successful first stream, I think. If you guys want me to continue doing these videos to kind of go over all the things we get done, let me know. And I will see you tomorrow. Again, that stream archive will be out later today on the main channel, so it'll pop up in your sub feed as long as YouTube cooperates. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.